Yo, what's going on YouTube? Hope you guys are having a wonderful day today, and thank you for joining me in my race to Division 1. As you guys can see, we're in Division 6, 12 points into Division 6 actually, and we're just points away from getting promoted, which is always good. We haven't lost yet, so things are looking really nice for us, and we're going to continue using this 4-2-3-1 team until the next match. Actually, we're going to go ahead and sell the team for a profit. So I mentioned a few episodes ago that this has kind of turned into a road to glory, which is kind of nice because you guys get to see a wide variety of things, and we actually make quite a bit of profit on this team. You guys will see, so stay tuned for that as we come up against our first opponent of the episode here. 4-3-3 false 9 is his formation of choice. And he's got a pretty solid team here. He's got really nice players in the proper positions, and it was tough to break down his defense, I'll tell you guys that much. But opening minutes of the match, the ref doesn't call a foul here. He doesn't call a foul there, but eventually he makes a mistake clearing the ball. Hernandez ball rolls past the defender, smash it past his keeper, bang, 1-0 right away, 4 minutes in. We'll take that. Anytime we can score a goal that early, we'll take it any day of the week, my friends. And I know a lot of people have been complaining that a lot of people have been using the AI defense, just letting the AI defend for them. Throw a couple ball rolls their way. Throw a couple skill moves their way. It really does go into your favor. So try out throwing some skill moves, see how it helps. But this guy was really good with the no-touch dribbling. You guys will see a few times he does get past my defense. Luckily, Buffon is just overpowered. He's a glitch. The guy is a glitch this year on this game, man. He's so good. And he ends up saving our tail there from conceding early on right after we had scored. But working the ball around here, passing, being patient. Hernandez, couple little body feints. Don't really get his defender to budge. Try to cross it. And I cross it right to his keeper. Unfortunate turn of events as we almost approach the second half here. Higuain ends up getting a little bit of space, and we shoot it right at the keeper. An unfortunate missed opportunity. Should have been a second goal, but you guys have seen in my episodes lately, my finishing has been off, but there are games where it's just on. My finishing's awesome. And then there's other games where I'm just inconsistent with my finishing. So once I get my reps in, as they say, and I find out what works and what doesn't, I'll try to incorporate a little more. But this guy was just a really good defender. I couldn't really break down his defense. There were some opportunities where I would get free with a striker, but you guys can see he just slides in and deflects that shot. But that's going to be all for this match, man. We walk away with a 1-0 victory. So not the most convincing of wins, but again, he was a good defender. We are getting higher in the divisions. You guys can see the match stats. Really dull match for the most part. Not many opportunities on both ends. We end up getting our 3 points, and we're 1 point away from getting promoted to Division 5, and we're a few points away from winning the title, which is always good. Now, we're going to go ahead and list our players on the market. You're going to see how much I bought Higuain for. I actually bought him for 5,000 coins. You guys see that? 5,500 coins is what I bought him for. Look at his price. He's going for 22,000 coins. Unreal how much profit I have just made on this player right here. Unbelievable. We'll take that any day of the week. Go ahead and put the coins in the bank and just put them up for 22,000. I'm not going to get too greedy here and try to go over than that because we're going to make quite a bit of profit on just that player alone. The rest of them, for the most part, were around what I had paid for them. There are a few players where I made a few thousand coins, which you guys will see. Here at Perisic, we actually just went ahead and put up just a few hundred coins more to see if I can just avoid the EA tax. And Sami Khedira, I actually want to talk about him a little bit. So every year when I make a Serie A team, De Rossi is always my go-to CDM just because he's just my go-to. I don't know what to say. He's always the best central defensive mid for me. This year, I was really impressed with Sami Khedira. I think I prefer him over Daniele De Rossi, which is crazy to say because I usually hate Khedira on any FIFA. He's so sluggish. He's so weird to play with. I always lose possession of the ball. But he's such a well-rounded defensive mid on FIFA 16 that I really do prefer him over Daniele De Rossi. So if you guys are making Serie A teams, don't overlook Sami Khedira. He's a really good player to put on your teams. Right here, Hernandez, you guys can see we bought him for 2,300 coins, made about 1,000 coins on him. So the profit just keeps coming our way, man. We've made a lot of coins on almost every single player. Even Fernandinho, I got him for 8,900 coins, and you guys can, as I'm scrolling through, he's going for around 11,000 coins. So we're going to make a few thousand coins on Fernandinho as well. So that coin total is really racking up. Now you're going to ask, how in the world did I get these deals? What did I do? Honestly, I just buy the players during the week rather than the weekend, and I then sell it during the weekend. Generally, what happens with FIFA is more players play during the weekend. Obviously, there are, for those of you who don't know, there are a lot of people who and don't really have that much free time to play during the week. So they end up logging on the weekend, and players just shoot up a little bit for whatever reason. And then during the week, they kind of dip down just by a little bit. Nothing crazy, but by a little bit where you can actually make a profit. So I encourage you guys to stick with a team during the week and then sell it during the weekend for a profit. And then you can either play with like your secondary team or make another team during the weekend. But be aware that you may lose coins if you sell your team during the week. So be aware of that. Now, I didn't make coins on every single player, so keep that in mind. I didn't make a profit on every single player, but I was able to at least either break even or walk away with a few extra thousand coins, especially with Higuain, man. I couldn't complain there. Chiellini, we've got the loan version. I actually bought him a long time ago, but I haven't sold him yet. Buffon, we actually packed him, so he's just pure profit altogether. Nothing to worry about there. But just really happy that we were able to make a decent amount of coins from this team. And I'm going to go ahead and hop into the second team of the episode. You guys are going to see we're actually going to use a narrow formation for the first time in this FIFA. So I'm hoping things go well, and we'll show you guys that in just a second here. So what you guys are looking at is our team on the screen. We actually went with a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. Now you're probably wondering, why did I go with this formation? Well, I'll tell you guys a little story. So as you guys are seeing me play around with the player instructions, I'll tell you guys a little story. So over the weekend, my cousins had come over, and they love FIFA. They're big FIFA fans, and they're pretty good players, I would say. And one of them used PSG against me. So I came up against Thiago Silva and David Luiz, and he used a 4-3-1-2. And man, did I have trouble passing against him. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was just because the field was so congested, but it drove me nuts. And especially having Thiago Silva and David Luiz back there, they are such rocks in the defense, man. They are so difficult to get past. I could not score against them for whatever reason. I had such a difficult time scoring. I think every single one of our games went almost to penalties every single time. So I thought to myself, all right, I definitely want to go ahead and put Thiago Silva on the team. I've got the loaned version. I've got him for 12 games as well, so I might as well use him. I wanted to go ahead and buy David Luiz on the team, but he goes for like 25 or 30,000 coins, something really high up there. And I figured, you know what, let's go with Marquinhos, because he's like a budget version of David Luiz. He goes for 7,000 or 6,000 coins, similar stats. So I figured, hey, let's just go ahead with him, see how it goes. So we kind of hybrid this team out and went with a La Liga French League team. Not really, though, because there's only like 3 players from the French League anyway. But I went with the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow because I just don't like how the 4-3-1-2 was set up. I really like having my central defensive mid in formations. So I said, you know what, let's go ahead and try it out. We've got the loaned version of Rakitic. Might as well put him on team. We've got the loaned Iniesta for a few more games. We've got the loaned Griezmann. I mean, this team barely cost me anything, so I might as well go ahead and try it out. So we went ahead and made it, and then we jumped into our first match. And our opponent's team, you guys are going to see a 4-3-1-2, which is the formation we were just talking about. And the story I was just telling you about, he's got Thiago Silva, he's got David Luiz, he's got Pastore, Di Maria. You guys see what he's got, man. A phenomenal French League team, and I was nervous going into this game. I was like, oh no. I was just talking about my nightmare, and now I'm coming up against them, but we thread the needle. Gabby breaks free, finesses it around his keeper. Thank goodness we actually go ahead and finish that 14 minutes in, and we go up 1-0 real early. And I got to say, I kind of like this narrow 4-1-2-1-2, man. The passing is really nice on it. You guys are going to see I was able to really string together some nice plays. Griezmann, nice little move, nice little no-touch dribble, gets a burst of speed. Mandanda this time keeps it out of the back of the net. Make sure that we don't get another goal, but we're going to cross it in for the corner. He punches it out. Look who's there to get it. Look who's there to finish this off. Ooh-wee. Ooh, that is tasty. Ooh, that tastes so good, Griezmann. Top left corner. Demolishes that ball past Mandanda. There is no keeper in the world who would have been able to save that. And we go up 2-0. Easy goes, easy does it. Breaks free here with Rakitic. Try to chip him, and I got a little too excited. I was like, man, this is an open shot at goal. Right here, Gabby, take another shot with him, and it goes right past the post. We put it wide. We have put it wide, ladies and gentlemen. 45th minute. Gabby gets taken out by David Luiz. David Luiz, that could have been a red card, but the ref, he ends up being a little lenient. Bang! Pops out the yellow card against them. David Luiz shaking his head. He's like, oh, man, come on, man. That was a clean tackle. No, sir, it was not. Rakitic, 30 yards out. Try to bend it around the wall, and oh, my goodness, how was that gone in? How was that gone in? I'll never know, but put that on ESPN Top 10. Da-da-da, da-da-da. I mean, just put it on there. Do what you got to do. You guys are going to see the replay. Really funny how that actually works. Look at this. He ends up pulling away defender from the wall, hits him, and then goes in to the bottom left corner, and we end up scoring the third goal of the match. But he was not out of the match here. Second half, ends up taking a shot, gets it deflected off Thiago Silva, gets it right back, and curls it around City U, and we end up conceding the first goal of the match on our end. And now it's 3-1. You guys are going to see just deflects off Thiago Silva, and then he just finesses it around my keeper. He ends up scoring a really nice goal. Then he gets another opportunity here with Di Maria. Nice over-the-top through ball, which you don't see work that often. But look at City. Look how he catches that. Doesn't even fumble the ball. He just catches it. No problem handling it. We end up still at 3-1. And we're still on the attack here. Iniesta does a great job maintaining possession of the ball. Gets it right back. Finds the player Rakitic right into the box. And David Luiz, another poor challenge. Questionable, I will say. But you never want to make a questionable challenge. Then you put yourself in a position where the ref makes the choice for you as Paletta goes right in the middle. Right in my opponent's heart to make it 4-1. And at that point, he had enough. He said, man, I've had enough. I gotta go. I'm just gonna go ahead and quit out of this game. Go ahead, take the victory, Smarbs. You earned it. You deserved it. You got the team. You got everything working on your favor. You got Rakitic scoring ESPN top 10s. I don't know what's going on anymore. We got 9 shots, 7 on target, 57% possession. Things are going in our way, and bang! Just like that, we have clinched promotion. 1 point away from the title. We're gonna go ahead and go into Division 5 in the next match. So again, things are looking great for our side. Things are looking beautiful. We got to still play well. We still got to get to Division 5 and then move it on from there. And that's going to be all for this episode. If you guys did enjoy this episode, make sure you hit that like button. It really helps the Smarbs out. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, ladies and gentlemen, what are you doing? Hit that sub button. I mean, what else are you going to do? Catch you guys all tomorrow.